Ooh, I forgot to change the size there, didn't I? There we go. So I'm going to see if we can get a game of Campaign Trail played before we actually get a result. A lot of the final votes are coming close. Looks like Georgia and Pennsylvania have swung. So whether that will actually be the end or whether it's going to go to the courts, yes, that's another question. But I have been hitting refresh and I figured actually let's just play a game of Campaign Trail and see how our election goes. I've just been fiddling about getting these rulebooks in because I forgot the actual Tabletop Simulator doesn't include that for some reason. Still looking at solo, but I thought I'd try with 3 players because actually the solo rules aren't too complicated, so I've just duplicated another solo deck. Shuffle them up separately. We can go through. It'll be a little bit tight in terms of spacing, but I'm sure we can make it work somehow. So 3 players. I'm going to be the Green Party. I'll let the Democrats and Republicans fight amongst themselves. Do setup. We start with control of any which have the green star in the first position. Likewise, the Republicans get the red states and the Democrats the blue ones here. So we should start pretty even. Only a couple of votes between it. It's a 3-way debate track now, and I have already copied these in order to make our dummy player. Space down at the bottom, so bring them down. So I imagine if anyone's watching this, it's a interest in US politics as well. I've got just down in the corner, it should be refreshing the current counts so we can have a little look as and when something gets decided. That looks pretty good. We've started with some cards, as has everyone here, but we aren't using these polling cards. They are included in the Green Party expansion, but they're sort of objectives, I think. How much does seeing a candidate in person affect your vote? Maximize the distance travelled from your home state. Clarify what these actually mean. I assume these are some endgame things that you'd trigger, or maybe you'd get the benefit as soon as you've achieved them. We get rid of them. These are our state returns as well. So actually, all of these cards can disappear. That's fine. That's just expansion stuff, which are little optional modules. We've got player deck. If there are any cards in here which are the more take that type of cards, I think I'll get rid of them because I'm not sure exactly how that works in a solo game. Because obviously the solo deck is separate, so they aren't going to be playing any on me. Doesn't feel like I should be playing any on them. Solo setup. They will be going first, I believe. We give them each 12 voters. 1, 2, 3. I did see there's button to group, actually. I saw that recently. In keys. You know the button which groups selected, not G, trying G. You can get everything lined up nicely. That would be very useful in this. Can't see anything there. That makes me think. Yeah, I was on one of the gaming rules videos. I think I saw him select a bunch of meeples. Yeah, in the Frostpunk playthrough, and then he could get them perfectly lined up. There. I don't think that's doing it, but let's copy those down. And that's 1, 2. Just rotating if I've got them lined up. Not a limited resource, these have got infinite pools. Let's just get rid of the libertarians so I don't accidentally start bringing those voters out. And we will ignore the top candidate and then take the next two. Are these newcomer? Start with one fewer voter in each of your starting states, but each time you take a support action, which is to travel, fundraise, or register, you can place an undecided voter from supply in a city of your choice. You would be losing 1, 2. Guess we wouldn't control any of these. So 2, 4, 6. That's a lot of voters. I don't think would take that many actions. This one is a moral card. We're not using that. Start with and refresh up to a hand of 4. After each debate, move 3 issue tokens 1 space each on the debate. That make up for having 1 fewer card. Let's go for it. I think the newcomer. How many votes would we lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 20. We start with a lot of states, just no big states. Well, sorry, New York. We have New York and then a lot of smaller states. If we were a Democrat, that would only be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12 votes that we'd lose. That would seem much better. In a city of your choice. Okay, so city is slightly limited as well. What does it define as a city? I think it's anything with an airport. Reaction. Additionally, there are regions, yes, there's city, there are 10 cities marked on the board with a plane. So it is the bigger states. Let's try it. I'm not sure I'm sold on that ability, because we're going to start with double these amounts at the top here, because we're just playing one person. If you had a vice president as well, you would pool together your starting money and voters and theirs. But with only one of us, we will start with 60 million and 6 registered voters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 60 million. 1, 2, 3. Which I think is less than our other candidate would have had. Yeah. Even if you don't double our other candidate, we're getting less. And then we have to get rid of a green voter. Each state. We won't lose control of those states, because the only reason we have a voter in them is because we break the tie break as well. So these states would be yellow. There's no yellow libertarians, so we're on the next tie break. Green. This is a lot of votes. But we're taking votes out of small states. And when we take these actions, we can put those votes into the big states. And let's delete the rulebook. Let's hope that works in our favour. It's got to be quite a strong power, because it means you start with very few actual registered voters. On. System PDF. Is it? I think it's still the last link. One moment, then let me just tab out and retrieve it. That was an absolute error. I think I'll put it on this page, so goodbye counter down at the bottom for a moment. PDF. Why? But long. This is the URL. Don't think I need this rulebook. Bit weird. It was there and now it's gone. But we've taken our votes out. We need to shuffle up 2 solo decks. So this will be Democrat. No, red is Republican. That's the first place. Democrat. And this deck will be the Republican one. Use that scale. I'm not going to put 10 in each, but when we flip them, we'll see what's going on. These over. We need to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to our hand. And changing state control. Yep, that's fine, that's fine. we need a home state. If I make myself green player, have them in our hand. Back. So we can have Oakland, CT Connecticut. I'm up here, isn't it? CT, 7 votes. Oklahoma, Midwest, 7 as well. Wisconsin's 10. Arizona is 11. Or Kentucky 8. So Arizona is our strongest, but it's not under our control at the moment. We could put 2 votes in there and start in this region. What do they call it? The Western region. The first debate is over then in Cleveland, Ohio, and then would fly back over to LA. We started here, we do some electioneering. Haven't got any campaign actions that are anywhere near. We could go to Connecticut and campaign over there then. That will let us place registered voters in all these states up here. We could try and lock down New York a little bit more. Only 7 votes though. Let's go for it. Let's go a little bit unusual. Connecticut as our home state. Go in there, and I believe it's 2 voters from the undecided voter pool. Doesn't flip the state because the Democrats do have 2 here as well. We're tied. So first card. They're going to register voters if they're not up to the 8 track. They are not. They're registering 6 more. Done. Republicans. They are up to the 4 track. So they are going to advertise. Firstly, Arizona. They're winning by 2, so they won't bother. Colorado. If this was a physical thing I could have in my hand, it would be to look at where these states are and check them off. Colorado. Somewhere over here, aren't you? Colorado. That goes Republican. I gave up control. Then IA, Iowa. Here somewhere. They're not controlling that. Kentucky, they do control that by 2, so he's happy enough. It's the number in the subscript is how much they want to be in the lead by before I'll stop putting voters in there. MS, Massachusetts, is that? No, that's MA. Missouri? Yeah. They're ahead by 2. They want NE. New England. No. New Jersey. There is no New England. Is there? Yeah, there is New England Patriots, but that's just the whole region. NE, Nebraska. They've controlled that by 2. They want 3, so 1 more in Nebraska. Yeah, the Patriots aren't having a great season, are they? New York, they're definitely not leading New York by 5. Utah. Come on, Utah, he's going into a lot of my states. VA, Virginia. Washington. Democrat. And WI, Wisconsin. Did I give him Colorado? Did. I think that was the only one he took. Okay. Then it's our turn. There's a lot of money here if we fundraise. I think that's going to be what we do. Play this as a fundraise action for 90. 6, 8, 9. Yeah, I was going to say that maths didn't seem to add up. And because of that, we can add a voter in a city of our choice. I think we've got to go for California. A lot of voters over there. Okay, so that's the first turn. They would look to register. They have enough voters. So now AL, Alabama. Just one cube, one meeple again. I'm quite happy to see Patriots struggling. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Mainly because in university or college, Americans, I was in dorm with a guy who had family in Boston, so he supported the Patriots, and I believe it must have been like the 2003, 2004 playoffs. It was Pittsburgh versus the Patriots, so clearly the only logical thing was to support the team playing against his team. And that hasn't gone well. The Patriots have repeatedly beaten Pittsburgh, but we have had a good season. Fingers crossed that continues. Arizona. Florida. Illinois. And here, isn't it? Illinois. How many for Illinois? 5. Go, one more vote. MN, Montana. MN, Maine. MN, I'm sure this is easy for Americans. Ah, there we go. And obviously you do have these coloured in sections, but I can't hold the card and the Democratic voter and follow it across, so I'm just working down the list alphabetically. I think what I'll do if I was physically holding this card is check each state as I move left to right, but we do it this way. NC, North Carolina, NJ, Jersey. They own that by 2. Do they want another one? They will. New York, I, 4. And Ohio, and Ohio. So we've lost a lot. Republicans and Democrats have taken states from us so far, and we've gained nothing. They're going to look to register. 3, 6, 9, 12 Republican voters. And it's back round to us. Get one more card. Use a card from the discard pile. Either play it immediately or place it in your hand. Interesting. It is a shame that no one else is going to be using cards, because that would definitely be stronger with more players. This one can only be fundraise and register, so I think we'll just register 8 more voters. That lets us place an undecided voter in California. 55 votes, it's huge. You've got to win California. Okay. Have then register. We'll register 9 voters. Done. Republican. Campaign. No, red is Republican. So 2 cubes. Found 2 people in Illinois. It's going to be a bit of a scrap between the two of them. It's 20 election. Yeah, not votes, electoral candidates. Pretty good. Indiana. They're winning by 2. They'll be ahead by 4. Go. And then KS. Kansas. They've taken that from us. My usual start where everything just goes away. MN. We've been to MN. Okay. Blue takes the tie break. Tennessee. Here, oof, another one flipped. And WI. Voter, please. Where's Wisconsin? Not Wyoming. You're around here. Up here. And that is another one of ours gone. So we have started poorly. Move these down. We're the only one that uses them. What have we picked up? Sabotage. Discard any card from in front of any player. These are not the cards that are going to help us. Campaign. We're only 3 turns in, so we don't necessarily have to be thinking about it just yet, but that is on topic. Only card that's on topic. No, you. Got a circle. You could bring squares into. Oh no. That brings a square. No, we're not. We don't have a lot for debate currently, just this card. We had this campaign. We are in CT, which is listed. Play this campaign. Okay, so this campaign action. Costs 60 million to place up to 6 voters amongst the highlighted state. Anywhere in this brown region, I believe. 2, 4, 6. Seem to be counting votes just right. That one did you miss? So we want New York, I think. So let's put 3 in New York. We need to keep hold of that. We could put 3 in Massachusetts. Take Connecticut back. Or just take it. I think we're gonna. I think from the Democrats, let's take Massachusetts. It's green. Okay. Getting a bit of a weird boiler noise, so do excuse me just one moment while I check that in case something untoward is happening, and I'll be right back. Okay. We've just done our action. We've got 3 cards. They've got. They get a campaign. Plenty of voters. They're going for MA. They take it back. That was the only state we'd managed to flip. MD. Maryland. N. Out of that. O. Liner. Lips. Right. Carolina, one of the ones we're waiting on at the moment. It is, isn't it? North Carolina. 76,700 for Trump with 350,000 to go. Georgia's only 917 as a margin. But then what was it in Florida for Bush? It was about 500 votes, wasn't it? And there was still about 100,000 left to count. So Jeb Bush and his boys went down to stop them counting. So you can't say it's Trump. It's just a Republican thing to try and stop the count, it would seem. SC, South Carolina. X for Texas. VA. WI, Wisconsin. Bit of a battleground. Okay. Imagine the Republicans are going to register. More voters. For us, we need another card. And we've got, when you take a travel action, you may move one additional state, or you may forego your movement to move your running mate. Again, not fantastic for us. So we could advertise. I like this card as an advertisement. We pay our... We didn't pay last time, did we? We would have started... No, we didn't pay for our fundraise. 2040. We'd have to pay 80 to advertise in all these states. Get a good amount of voters out. We're going to need a fundraise and register some more voters. This is good for both. Let's do some registry. Registering voters, we get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which also lets us get a voter out. I think for the sake of my voting sanity here, we need to take California. Go green. We're still not winning. Texas and Florida being Republican is a big deal, but is there a city? There's no city in Florida. Is one. Got this circle here. Could try and take Texas. Colorado could be an easy 9 votes. $18 seats, and it's only got 1 Democrat currently. That's 4. 5. I register another 6 voters because they're only down here. And the Republicans might do the same. Yes. We get 1 more card. Play another card from your hand. Take the campaign action from that card, even if you are not located in the campaign state shown. Good campaign down in Florida. Georgia, South Carolina. Would be pretty good. But I like this as the advertised action. Could get a campaign over here. Let's fundraise. Which card? Get rid of this one. That's not a great advertising campaign, and I'm not sure I want to do the actual campaign, but it gets us 60,000. Oh, 60 million probably. 20, 40, 60. 150. And we get to place a voter. And we'll go for Texas. If we can get California and Texas, what's that going to be? Nearly 90, 93 electoral college. That's most of our total. Democrats want to be at 5. They are, so they're going to really place 5 voters. They're going to go heavy in MD. Aren't winning it by 5, so they will be now. Get rid of 5 of these. You're a 5 voter. Maryland is heavily Democrat. And North Carolina, slightly winning there, so let's put another big fella down there. Get rid of 5 more votes. And then their last 5 go in Virginia, unless they're winning it 3, they are not. Those are pretty much locked in now for them. They have used all of their voters. Republicans spread themselves a little thinner. 1 vote in MA. Joining the scrap up there. MD. Maryland. Yep. A little bit late to be campaigning there, but MN. Maine. Montana's MO, isn't it? MN. Minnesota, of course. MO. Not Missouri. Didn't I just see this? MO. Too many states with M's. MO is Missouri. Oh, this is, oh yeah, Mississippi. NC, North Carolina. C for South Carolina. Another one in Texas. Virginia. And Wisconsin. Okay. Oh, not that card. When you take a support action from the first card you play on your turn, you may take an additional support action from that card. Interesting. Every time you take a support action, place 1 voter. So we are definitely playing this. This strong base means we would get 2. Yeah. 2 actions from each. Actually, one thing I will just check. I'm going to make this rule book nice and big for a second. For this, these solo rules, when they're placing voters, will they place everything? In California, the Republicans behind and therefore does not meet the threshold. Phil places 3 Republican voters. Yeah, I just wanted to check because 5 voters in a state he was already up by 3. I just wanted to check that he doesn't just add the voters until he reaches these numbers ahead. We did completely wipe out his board. No, that's correct. We've played 6 because 1 is over here. 7th turn. They're going to register 12 voters. That's a real shame. Nice when they get a good low number. It takes them longer to refill. But he has used his Texas and Louisiana card. Republicans will also get 12. One more. Okay. California card, so that at least they've got rid of cards that would have taken control of important states. Play when an opponent declares an advertising action. They do advertising? They do, so I guess we could make them not play in 1, but they generally can. Nearly everything is a campaign. Do have money. This is not debate topics. Squares are not debate topics. Circles are. Feels like this needs to be kept painting over here for now. Circles. Okay, so that's another one we could use. What are these topics? Guns in Texas. And these are in California. Okay. So on our turn, I would like to do fundraise and register just to take advantage of this new card, but I think we will advertise. We'll play this card as an advertise action. And advertise, we pay 20 million for each issue, so that's for each of these icons, which there are 3. If it were a card like none of those. If it's a card which has the same icon twice, you have to pay 20 million for each, but you can put in 2 voters into those. We're going to pay 60 million, 20, 40, 60. And we can place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 voters. Bring these over to the card. And we've got these 2 symbols up at the top, which I think I remember being ones we're already in. MA. We've got 4, which gives us control, and I believe it was which gives us Connecticut as well. Ooh, look at that. Tied with a Republican vote. We then have tanks. That is Delaware. National security. As does Virginia. Alabama. Illinois. Nebraska. Yeah. Wyoming. Nevada. I think I picked up an extra meatball, did I? Oregon. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good one. Yeah, I think we had 60. Okay. That's looking good. What are the Democrats going to do? They are still going to look to register 9 voters. The Republicans have got enough, so they're going to go campaign. These are 3 in GA. Georgia. They're ahead by 2. They want 4. Kick everybody out. Put big Georgian voter in there. Rhode Island. Taking this from me. Carolina. In there. About. That is definitely Republican. That's correct. Yeah, it was ours before. Tennessee. Oof. WV. WV. Oh, West Virginia. That. Another 3. Okay, so they've secured a lead for themselves. If you take an action that places voters on the board, gain 1 registered voter and 10 million at the end of your turn. Now, this is not an action that puts, not that. This is not an action this is an effect from taking other actions. So just because we fundraise and get to place a voter doesn't mean we've taken an action. That places voters on the board, as far as I'm concerned. Because otherwise, we're going to get far too many people on the board. That broken combination. Where are we going for this first vote? Cleveland. Only going to move. I think we'll play this to fundraise and register, because we get to do one and then take a different support action. So we're going to do both. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9. 40, 60, 80, 90. Each time you take a support action, you may take an additional support action. So I think we're placing 2. Go for Texas. So we need to take votes from the Republicans, and that's a big state. When you take a support action, I don't think we can play 2 abilities with the same name. Otherwise, we'd be playing all 3 actions on the card if they had them. Republicans are going to do some campaigning. They've seen us coming for this. No, it's not Midwest, Mid-South America, whatever you call that. They want Colorado. They will take it. Mexico, 3. That. Oklahoma. Three. They want Texas. That is enough to flip Texas blue. Just like that, the Democrats are winning. Republican comeback is only register 3 extra voters. No turn for them. So we've got 2 more actions before 6 here. One's 7, 8 cards. Yeah, 2 more before the first debate. We could travel, ready to campaign down in Florida. Could we reach any? 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Couldn't get. One, 2, 3, 4. We could get to South Carolina, I think. That's 1, 2. Is Virginia, I think? Delaware? No. Maryland. What's this up here? That just very thin Maryland. I think we need 6 move. How are we doing on registered voters? We've got lots of voters, lots of money. Best advertised. This one, really. That's 80,000 to advertise it. This is a good... Save that for a debate. Use this advertise card. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 voters we're putting out for 20, 60, 80 million. So we've got same two states up here again. MA, CT. MA is actually going to be 5 voters. Then we've also got someone who cares about piggy banks, New Jersey. Then we have another piggy bank down here, Tennessee, Alabama. The old Panhandle, Colorado, California, and Washington. I didn't flip any states, but it wasn't awful. If we get one more vote in Texas, we would get the tiebreaker because the Democrats aren't even listed on Texas. I think these guys should just be registering voters, so hopefully they quiet turn. No, they are not. They are surprising me by getting some voters out. So, one in California. Still keep hold of it. One in Florida. Does flip Florida. No one's really gone for Florida. GA is not Gainesville. It is Georgia. One in New York. Slugfest up there. Ohio. Voters with not much. Ooh. Texas goes Democrat. Yeah, Ohio's 18 votes. Is that blue or green? That's green, isn't it? Because I abandoned it. Those are meant to be my voters. Okay, so that's 10. Republicans are just getting some voters. Two cards set aside here, so I only should have one more. Those are not debate topics. These ones are. These might get put on the discussion floor if other people go for them. This is a lot of fundraise, isn't it? I have to do this one. Fundraise. And then I can also register. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 11. 11 voters. 4, 8, 12 voters. Let's replace 2 voters from the pool. And could go for Ohio. Bringing Texas from the Democrats would give us a nice lead going into this. Yeah, I can always come back to Ohio. We're going to be in that state. It's going to be easier to campaign. We will go here. Rid of those 5 votes. Bring in 1 monster trucker. Turn green. We're into the first debate. Everyone moves to Cleveland, which is only us. And we add the debate topics. 3 and these 3. And when it comes to debating, debate. Newcomer is a more difficult solo play, is it? Oops, never mind. So we flip over the first Democrat debate, and he moves according to the table. Where I should bring this up. So this grid at the top in the grey region corresponds to this grid, so it's 3. He cares about passports twice because it's double check mark, and foreign aid once, and guns once. But he doesn't introduce any new topics onto the floor. So that's his debate. Republican first card. He cares about guns a little bit, so it brings it back to the middle. And also about healthcare. I need 1 more card. Put these back in my hand. See what we have that matches. So this can't be used at all because none of those topics are on the debate floor. Can introduce this and start bringing tanks into the equation. That's quite a weak card. Let's go off topic slightly. I'm going to start talking about everything people care about. We've got a bit of this, a bit of this, and then we start talking about tanks. Everybody likes tanks, but we do not refill our hand. Democrats. Then they will talk about aid. And they will talk about guns, but actually they don't introduce any new topics. Then we have a little bit about whatever this is. care twice about that one. And then they introduce one, and I believe they introduce... First issue is it is not part of the original debate topic, so it's valid. The AI player will token. Rabbit Trail. After the debate topic session is fully resolved, examine the rabbit trail. The AI player will activate the number of rabbit trails given by the number below. Yeah, so long as it's not part of the original debate. Actually, the first thing he talks about is also tanks. Nullifying entirely everything our candidate talked about. I think I want to save this as our last flurry. Let's talk about these topics. Doesn't actually get us very much. All we'll do is put this into the one category and move that back to neutral, and this neutral. Gonna say passports are good and piggy banks are good. Whereas the counter argument from the Republican candidate is these. And then they talk about housing a little bit, forest. Okay. So we would gain votes in all of these categories. Go for it. Can introduce this. But where do these votes count? We'd get 2 voters in each of these foreign aid states. Any big ones? Missouri, Maine, Maryland, but that's pretty finished. Otherwise, could we get a voter in Texas? We could get 1 vote in Texas. This. Stop the Democrats getting the housing vote. And we'd get talking about reproductive rights. Good in Missouri, Mississippi, Utah, Idaho. North Carolina. Let's stick on topic. Go with this. Get 2 there, 1 here, 1 here. So we did pretty well out of that debate, I think. So the Republicans will get 1 voter in any state that cares about these 2 topics. So let's bring them over. Come from the pool, so I will just copy that 1 voter. Let's see, they piggy bank and plus piggy bank. Here you go. There. Florida cares. Here. I'm on Oklahoma, which does turn that vote. take Dakota. Okay. Those two topics done. No one cares about tanks. Democrats. They get 2 in each of these gun ones. Trees, they get 1 up here. Here. Housing. Guns means they get 2 in Texas. Flips the state blue again. Minnesota, it should still be Democrat. Yeah, they got some key votes here. Good one. Rhode Island. Okay. We've got 2 in the parachute regions. 1 in these other regions. We did well in the circle states. So parachutes. This circle 1 and the briefcase 1. Circle parachute we get 2. We get 2. Briefcase we get 1. Circle 1. Parachutes. 2 votes, 1 here. 1 in a briefcase, which swings back green. In a briefcase. Here. California. At the end of the debate, it's pretty close. Okay. I'm going to delete these piles just for ease of bookkeeping. Do we still have our... I'll leave our discard pile because there is cards in here which say use cards from your discard, but we can't use the solo deck. That's fine. Pick a state you're behind in. Place 3 voters from the undecided supply in that state. Pick an opponent. They place up to 2 voters in any other state in that region. Advertise. So it's only 1 voter, but it's the 2 key states. Campaign in your region by the looks of this one. We're in Ohio. So this looks like a campaign we're definitely going to be doing. Some good fundraising. The next debate. None of these symbols, so that doesn't make too much difference. Okay, Democrat. Direct action. So this occurs no matter how many voters they have. So the fact they've got nobody doesn't matter. They're still going to look at placing 1 cube in California, 1 voter even. And it comes straight from the supply. But you can never be too certain that they're not going to do it. Florida. Take Florida back. Illinois, proper battleground territory. And we have New York. Not that player. Just one vote. Still hanging on to New York. That's going to be a key one. Pennsylvania. And one in Texas. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8-5 in Texas, and actually the Republicans are getting squeezed out. Republicans want to be full up to 6, which they're not, so they will get 9 more sets of voters. And it's us. So we can campaign. We can place, I believe it's 6 voters for 60 million. 20, 40, 60. 5, 6 voters. Anywhere in South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana. Okay. So there's some very big presence in a lot of these, but Pennsylvania and Ohio are not 2 of them. Ohio has a city in it, so can reasonably easily add a couple of extra voters there using our special ability. Trying to get 4 votes very close next to each other and failing. Come on. Yeah. I'm going to put 4 votes in Pennsylvania. I'm going to put 2 votes. Yeah. Is our home state. No, it's not. But it was ours originally. Green. Only did I? Green. These are some nice votes to take. Would have been good to do the fundraise and registry action from that card. Worthwhile. Your opponents must discard 1 card at random before each debate. That would have been very nice against humans, but not really necessary. Okay, so are you actually... Oh, they're registering 12 votes. That's a shame. Republicans are definitely placing votes. So Colorado. They want a lead of 4 in Colorado. Have it. 2 voters. They want a lead of 3 in Idaho. Would like a lead of 2 in LA. Different LA. And there they go. 4 in MD. Oh, Maryland, isn't it? Battleground over here. Yeah. Lots of interest in Maryland's vote. 2 in MT. Go. First registered voters over there. 2 in NE. Nebraska. They're ahead by 2. 3 in Nebraska. And 3 in New Hampshire. New Mexico. 2 in Wyoming. Feeling they might have Wyoming. Only by 1. Go for that. Okay. Does that change things? Still pretty close. We have got a bit of advertising. That's not bad for advertising. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, but we don't have enough voters. Campaign topic do I prefer? Assuming one of them brings it to the table. Yeah, I think I might just play this card. When we take an action that places voters on the board, gain a voter at 10 million. You know, with this ability, fundraising and registering isn't wasting too much of our time. I want to advertise there. Don't think I want this card because we'll spend 40 million to advertise. You only put 1 voter in Texas, 1 voter California. That's just not worth it. So we'll get 10 million, 20, 40, 60, 80, 10, and 10 registered voters. And that gets it. Two voters we can place out into an undecided. Still wouldn't be winning Texas. So excuse me one moment, there's someone at the door. Oh my dear, my wife went and got it, even though she's the one working and I'm just playing a game. Yeah, seems okay. For anyone who has come along later, let me just put this out. I think I have a command for campaign trail. There you go. Give you a bit of an insight. You can follow the link to the Board Game Geek page. I think the Kickstarter for this has failed, but it's only for an expansion. The actual game itself does exist. So we've taken our voters, we've placed a couple more in Texas. Democrats are going to register some more voters. They want another 9. How do those current numbers look? No one's been declared a winner, right? Nothing yet. 18,000 votes in it in Pennsylvania, with 200,000 to go. Pretty close. Pretty close. Republicans are also going to register 6 voters. I'm guessing it's like 100,000 people for each one. 7,000 registered Green Party members, 8,000 or 800,000 registered Democratic voters. I think Texas seems the most off. No Republicans in California seems about right. Okay. For us, biggest state you're behind in. About that. In terms of the debate, actually, that's quite a good card. Actually, on topic. But this is one of those cards that I was talking about where the advertise action got 2 of each symbol. So we'd have to pay 80 million, but we could put 2 voters in each of these briefcase states. We don't have to, we could pay just 20 million and advertise just once to briefcases and ignore the rest, but if you want to be efficient with your actions, we'd pay 80 million. We can end up with double voters, which is quite good. Oil and briefcase, where would they be? That one's pretty locked up for them. Pennsylvania, we've already got. Take Montana. Probably not worth it for us, so I might save that one for now as a debate card. The debate is in California, that was right. I think I want this. We might save that for when we need to register some votes. Useless. Let's advertise. So this will cost us 60 million. 20, 40, 60. And we will place a voter in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 districts. Yeah. But we are always advertising in these 2 states, which I'm not sure we need to. Maryland's pretty locked up. No, not Maryland. What are you? Massachusetts. Connecticut, I suppose. Can't hurt to have a couple of safe seats. Delaware and Virginia. Not sure we'll overturn a 5-vote majority. Alabama, though. Alabama's gone green. Got some oil voters. Oh no, this tree, isn't it? Under here. I would like to take Illinois. It's a lot of votes, 20 seats. Got tanks in Nebraska, environmentalists in Wisconsin. banks in Nevada, trees in Oregon, and the trees up in Alaska. Okay. That's pretty good. In terms of Electoral College, the Green Party is just edging it out, mainly because of California, which is on a knife edge. One more Democrat would swing the state for them and give them a comfortable lead. Got to be wary of that. In terms of a Republican swing, they could take Florida back pretty easily. Texas, they're losing their grip on though. Got Colorado only needs one more. One more card. We're still away from the debate though. See what goes. This is Democrats. They are going to look to check their control in CO Colorado. They are winning, but they've got no majority. Give them Colorado. Indiana. Kentucky. No, Kentucky's a bit more this. MA. Massachusetts. MI. Michigan. Yep. Jersey. Coast. And Pennsylvania. We are just ahead in Pennsylvania, but yeah, that's another one that could flip out of our control very easily. So this is a direct action. It's not going to take any votes from the Republican voters here. These are just freebies. This is going to be a big swing, I think. Illinois. Rid of these. And we can give them a chunk. So now they're tied. Democrats at the top here win the tiebreaker, but one more vote. There's still Illinois from them. And New Jersey. One more. Again, one more vote. Democrats have the tiebreaker here. Pennsylvania. They're just joining in for the sake of it over in Pennsylvania. You know, anyone's game. And just as I was counting them out, back they come into Texas. Okay. Opponents don't take travel actions. Hit the trail. Don't have... We've got one travel card here. We can travel 5. We could get down to Florida. No, we don't have a campaign in Florida. Kentucky. Marginally ours. Sorry, marginal could be ours. DC, Maryland. Yeah, I don't think that's worth campaigning in because we won't flip much. That might be just worth using as an advertise now. Once we draw. This card is pretty much just fundraise. would be a few votes and not too contested up here. Taking Washington. Utah, Idaho. They're not worth many though, are they? This would be better. We could vie for Arizona, Utah, Nevada, Oregon, Washington. I would have to travel all the way over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could get to Colorado. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get to Arizona for. Could get to Utah, and then we're in the right space for 2 of these campaign actions. Let's do that. Let's take this card as its travel action. So there's blue action 5. Sometimes there'll be an aeroplane symbol on it, which means you could fly to any airport. Haven't got that option. So we are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Also, because of this ability, when we take a support action, we can take a different one, and we're going to register 10 voters because we're a little low on that. And every time we're taking a support action, because we've got this newcomer ability, we can place 2 voters. Can take Texas. Since we're winning, have a look. We're winning California just. What other cities? There's Washington, but we're about to campaign up there. Minnesota isn't worth too much. Texas we would swing. Georgia would need 5. Ohio, we're winning the tiebreak. New York. New York, we're just winning. Maryland would take a lot. I think the only thing that makes sense is to go into Texas. Take those voters. Look at that, that's nice. Texas, New York, California, when you get them working together, got just over 280, 290 between them. But not more than double. 270 is that halfway mark, isn't it? But that's pretty good. We're about to start campaigning, but let's see what they do. Democrats want to have filled up to 6, which they have. So now they're going to come. Their voters, 3 voters. Into California, which sway it in their favor. And just like that, we are losing. Hawaii. You are not winning Hawaii, so here are your 3 voters. IA, Indiana, Idaho, or Iowa. Which one is it? IA, Iowa. ID, didn't we? Yeah. More Democrats up there. Swung. ME by 2 votes. ME. No, you haven't got Maine. I win the tiebreak. South Carolina. No. Okay. I think they might have been short actually one vote, shouldn't they? I think they should have refilled. But I'm not going to take it back, so I'm just going to give them that extra voter. South Carolina. More Democrat. As soon as they get a fifth in here, either them or the Republicans, and I can put in a big meeple instead, that would be a lot easier. How's it look now? Comfortably Democratic. They want to fill up to 3, which they have done, so they're going to come. Arizona. How many voters? 3. 3 in Arizona. 3 in California. And Washington. Place 1 voter from the undecided supply in any highlighted state on this card. Gained 3 registered voters and 30 million. Move up to 2 states. Okay, so that just lets you do a little bit of everything. That's quite nice when you just want to move a little bit. We wanted to... Let's bring the campaign over here. We're going to pay 60 million, 40, 60. It's always 60 for a campaign action. Place 6 voters among the highlighted space. So these are the brown highlighted regions on this card. Get our 6 voters. 4, 5, 6. And we can distribute these however we want. So unlike the advertise, which is the orange highlighted regions where we have to put 1 in each, we can just double down. So if we wanted to just secure Arizona, we could put everyone in there. Washington though, Oregon, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Utah, Arizona. Three voters in Nevada seems fine. No one's in there at the moment. And we win the tiebreak. Utah, we're only winning on tiebreak. Arizona, we're losing. Got another campaign card for Washington. Yeah, Washington's the big prize on this card, so we could put everybody in Washington and maybe 1 in Utah. We put 5 in Arizona, we would only just be winning it. Let's do 5 in Arizona. No, 6 in Arizona. Let's be winning it. Then we could do 1 in Utah with our next card and 5 Washington. We've taken, I'm not sure if I think I just clicked it, but Arizona just behind. They're going to register 12 voters because they have none. Here's that. Register 6. Back to our turn. What have we drawn? When you take a travel action, you may move one additional state or forego your movement to move your running mate. I'm not bothered by that. We'll do our other advertise. But 20, 40, 60 million. Six of voters, but I decided we're going to get rid of those and use a big meeple. We can put 5 in Washington and 1 in Utah. Brings Washington back to the Green Party. Yeah, Utah. 1 more Republican, we still win on the tie-break. Oregon, 1 more Democrat, we still win on the tie-break. That's all right. What icons were we debating? The shields and house-shaped ones. Shields, we just drawn 1. Can debate this one. Tanks are on there, and then we'll bring housing. Equation, and we have this card. Get. Oh, that one's got the plane on it. Cool. So they want to be up to 7, which they're not, so they're going to register, but only 3 voters. So very slow turn for them. This is a direct action, so this one just happens. So they are going to place 4 cubes, and I've just seen where. They're going to place 4 meeples. In Massachusetts, which is their 5th. Come out and we give them large voter. Still not winning it. In New York, likewise, be their 5th voter, which does take New York away from us. And Washington. They have straight away taken it back. Okay. For us then. Got some reasonable advertised actions depending on how close these states are. South Carolina, pretty close. We're looking at this one. And that'd be Kentucky, Ohio, yeah, that's probably worth it. Vermont, Arizona. Not bad. How many cards have they gone through? 7. Tanks would be Nevada voters. I thought there was another close one. Nebraska, Virginia, yeah, not necessarily. Well, they are in real life, but necessarily this version of reality. Very close polling stand, which is pretty accurate. We've only got 6 voters, so that probably means we're going to have to... Ooh, we've not got some great cards to make use of our ability. It would basically be this one, which will let us travel and fundraise. We'll only be travelling 3. One lets us fundraise and register. That's certainly going to be it. We get 60 million, 20, 40, 60. And 6 registered voters. So we've done 2 actions, we can place 2 more. We need California back, don't we? Let's get rid of these 3. We've got 7. Republicans have got 7. Don't take it back. But it's close. To have up to 6 filled, which they don't. So another 6 Democrats. Okay. Republicans. Wow, big registry. 12. Both on actions done. Play another card from your hand. Take the campaign action from that card, even if you're not located in the campaign states shown. So, essentially this one, I think. Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. Take South Carolina and Kentucky. Could we? Yeah, South Carolina, we win the tie break. We could put 4 in Carolina and 2 in Kentucky. But I like this as a potential election card. Where is housing? New Mexico? Minnesota. That one's not out of contention. Rhode Island. Louisiana, yeah. There's an elect card. A debate topic card. These are pretty much out of the question. This card then. We could campaign for Minnesota and Washington using this card. We'll just take North Dakota, Montana. I hope no one else goes in there. Just take some small votes. Montana. Minnesota even. Quite a good advertising campaign on this card though. Be 1 vote in Alaska, not Alaska, what am I? Alaska. Arizona, New Mexico. 1 more in Louisiana, which would be wonderful. 1 in Minnesota. Yeah, I think I'm going to advertise this card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 voters. And 20, 40, 60 million. We haven't got a great registering card. That's a problem for later. Take these. And one in Arizona. One for New Mexico. One up in Minnesota. And in Iowa even, sorry. Green. One in Louisiana, which goes green. Kentucky is tied, but Republicans win the tie break. Indiana. New York. Yes. It's 5-5. That will come back. The tiebreak advantage. Oops. Who's winning this? Greens. Vermont. And Rhode Island. Yeah, that was really good. There's a lot of close states there, which got an extra delegate in. Or, sorry, registered voter in. 2 cards set aside. Regional token. So, this is the penultimate. They have registered enough, placing voters 2 in AL, Alabama. They're tied with the Green Party, but their star is before the Greens. That goes Democrat. AS. Kansas, I think. It's good for American geography. Where is Kansas? Midwest, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. NI. Michigan. Lips, Democrat. They've taken a good few votes from us this time. Minnesota. Big delegate in there. Two in Oklahoma. Yes, so another big delegate there. Democrat. And Utah. 2 into Utah. No, how much are the? Yeah, 2. We win that tiebreaker. Okay, let's see if the Republicans bring anything back. They're going to go for 3 in Arizona. No, what was it? Arkansas. 3 in AR. They are winning it by 2. Do they care that much? They definitely do. Got 5 in Arkansas. 3 more into Idaho. Republican. LA. Oh, that's a shame. They will take Louisiana back. Oklahoma. Republican. And Rhode Island. It had already been Republican, I think it. I think I forgot to take 3 voters off. They should have placed 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, which should have been 3, 6, 9. I thought they would have come back a bit stronger than that. Took Louisiana. Took Oklahoma. Okay. Round to us. Got to be fundraise, so let's do this one. And a fundraise 90 million. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. 9 registered voters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Place 2 more out here. And let's see, we're winning Texas on the tiebreak. New York on a tiebreak. Losing California on a tiebreak. All extremely close. We're debating Texas gun topics and New York topics. Put 1 more into Texas. Oh no, we're winning. Winning Texas. What cards did I have here? Put it in New York instead. Okay. That seems reasonable. 10th card. We're going to register 6 voters. Get some more people on the ballot papers ready for this debate. Moving over to California. Not moving far. Republicans are also registering 6. That was a mistake. Take that one. 1, 2, 3 here. 2, 3. Yeah. Our final action. But that doesn't match the campaign topics. But we can advertise twice in California. Place any number of registered voters on this card and a card from your hand face down. At game end, place the registered voters from this card into the state. We've got Oregon, Connecticut, Alabama, Washington. We could give up on Washington. Place some voters there. Hope to swing at the end. Alabama, worth 9. Connecticut, I think. CT, yeah. 7. Oregon. Like that card. Not for the states we have currently. What shall we do? No point flying. Fundraising. I think both of these are debate topics. Yeah, tanks are on there. Got lots of tanks, that's quite a good card. Do this one. Let's just advertise. Only 40 million. Only. Small change. We'll place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 voters. My thinking is this is debate topic. We might want this card. This has got a lot of debating on it. We might want it if someone tries to steal the education vote, which I think cares. Yeah, people care for that in Texas. I would quite like to get those votes if they are. If one of those shapes gets introduced, which actually we could be introducing them. Yeah, could work really well. Whereas this is just, yeah. This is off topic. There's not much debate there. I don't really want a campaign there. Registering voters isn't great, and the travel costs isn't great. So we can just get this card out of our hand. We're looking at the fertility symbol in North Carolina. So that we are interested in their vote. Mississippi is close to flipping. Wisconsin, which is a great extra vote for us up there. Colorado. One more in Utah. Idaho. And Washington. Still losing, but only one vote in it. That's 10. That is everyone. So we will draw one card. What is it? Awful. If we do get down here, though, it can be quite a good campaign. There's a few marginal states here. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi could be swayed. Louisiana is a bit further off. Probably just fundraise and registering voters. Considering we've only got 4 left. So, Democrat. Topics in. This up. Put ourselves in the debate city, which is Los Angeles, California. We've got these symbols. These. The Democrat candidate starts off by talking about, I don't know what this is, probably policing, something with an eye there watching you, and the military. And they also introduce, so the first symbol on here is the tank, but the tank's already a debate topic, so they can't do that again. They're going to talk about this one. Republicans. They're talking about policing a little bit as well. And also money. And then they're introducing one of these, which will be passports. Okay, so we could go straight for this and talk about something people aren't really debating. or stay entirely on topic. I think we'll go off topic first of all. Let's start, we talk a little bit about tanks, but during our meandering ramblings, which apparently can happen, they debate, people will just talk about stuff unrelated to the questions. We introduce housing and the environment. And we're pretty passionate about this. We're the Green Party. That will be votes. Some of these tighter states, Minnesota as well, a few more votes for us would be good. Illinois, again, it's pretty close for a lot of votes. Get those introduced. The Democratic rebuttal is to talk about healthcare, and then they really go off topic themselves. They will talk twice about this. This is financial paperwork, so clearly concerned about candidates' tax returns. Gun is already on topics. They won't talk about that, but they will bring this in. Our next debate, staying a bit more on topic here, we have the Republicans. They're talking really heavily about policing, guns. They will introduce one other debate. Piggy banks were already debate topics. They will just talk about, I think that's a shame. Went off topic where we went back slightly. If we went guns, healthcare and piggy banks, basically we just draw everything back to neutral. If we go drugs and tanks, we will get a little bit. Or we could go really down the rabbit hole here. Got one on each of these and 2 education. Hopefully these guys might balance each other out. If not, we can pull them back. Someone looks like they're getting a lot of votes in a key area. Democrat. Ooh, what are they voting on? They're going for tanks and guns and healthcare. Wow, the Democrats going to pick up a lot of votes if this stays how it is. Republican rebuttal. They're talking about tanks a little bit. Good. They're talking about guns a little bit. And about this, since it is not one of the original topics of conversation. They pulled some of these back, which is good. So we could talk about drugs and tanks, or we could talk about money, guns. We're a piggy bank state. I mean, I think we want to win. We've got education twice, so that's 2 voters here. Guns is neutral. We could bring back this plus. If it's in states which are hugely democratic anyway, might be worth just letting it go. North Dakota, Hawaii, would have got Florida. I would like Florida. Not far off. Otherwise, drugs and tanks. Colorado, Wisconsin. Getting the drug vote in Wisconsin could be pretty good. Tanks in Virginia would make that closer. And would win Washington. Yeah, let's go drugs and tanks. 1 here, 1, 2. Just takes a few more votes off the Democrats, who are doing too well as things stand. We've kept this card. Good. Happy with that. Then we didn't use this card, it's just a bit terrible. But we could travel and fundraise. Be in a situation to use this card. Really, we need voters. 1, 2, 3. That's a nice fundraise. Play immediately following a debate before the first turn. Place 2 voters from undecided supply in the state where the debate was held. Yeah, we'll play that immediately. Can't do that. Okay, so let's work out these voters. So 2 Democrats in each of these. Got two Democrats here. Get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4 actually, and put in large voter. I think this was Democratic anyway, but there it goes. Oh, no. 2 small voters. Georgia. 2 in Ohio, so that's a shame. Flip that. Oh, there we go. North Dakota, Democratic. I think that's it, is it? Nope. Hawaii. Got you, sorry. Apologies for knocking the mic. Got this bright glare on me, haven't I? The sun is boiling on my face. So that's their 2 candidate spaces. Also got 1. Concerned about marriage. Where's that? Oh, it's 1 in California. Oh, not 5 in California. 1. Which, I think they win the tiebreak? Yes. Yeah, they're nearly at 270, and there's 3 parties in this. Okay. Republicans, they get 2 extra voters where there's concerns about policing, which will New York. They will take New York from me. And here. Definitely Republican, just sure. Else. Suppose New York is a big state. That's 40 votes. I think that's probably it, isn't it? These symbols that are on Texas and California are only on Texas and California due to the number of votes. Right. Then they get 1 vote on these. One in Vermont. In New Jersey, which puts them up to 5, so they will take New Jersey. Our spots in Kentucky. Piggy banks in Tennessee. And Oklahoma. Our spots in Iowa. And Arizona. Our voting, we've got 1 vote in these 2. B. Drugs and tank. 1 more in Virginia. Delaware, which does flip. Wisconsin now 4 to 4, which will flip it green. Nebraska, Colorado, Nevada, and obviously Washington. Who's the tiebreaker? We win the tiebreaker for you. Then we've got 2 voters in each of these, which I think is going to be pretty big. So pretty much any of the star shapes. Rhode Island, it's 2. Then around here, Minnesota, 2. Illinois, Louisiana, this, Mexico, which is 4 to 4, green, Oregon, Alaska. Okay. So if we flip California, I think that's comfortably enough, isn't it? They do still have Florida, just though. We've lost New York, only just. All very close. There's not a lot of states which are hugely one way or the other. Well, rosy face. How are we on these votes? Has there been an update? Looks like the same numbers. It's live updating, isn't it? Dating in 9, 8, 7, yeah. Or how our map matches to this, but no. Onwards, delete these 10 for the solo players, and off we go. Democrats are going to register 3 more voters. Bit of a null turn for them. Republicans are going to register 12. Of course they are. Expecting big voting numbers from Republicans. So for us, we are in... Oh, I meant to do this. First of all, before the debate. Play immediately following a debate before the first turn. Place 2 voters in the state the debate was held. 1, 2. State of California had the debate. I'll flip that green. But I don't redraw my hand until it's my turn. And now I think this is pretty good in terms of these symbols. Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, which are all pretty close. New York, which is close. Whereas these ones we've just gained. Oh, it's the same. It's the I symbol. Oil. Which are the oil voting states? And so, what are you? Yeah, Arkansas. Sure. Pennsylvania is really tight. Those 2 votes would be good. 2 in New Hampshire would win it. 2 in Michigan would win it. South Dakota, Kansas. They're all really good. I think maybe we just play this one to start us off then. Fundraise for 80 million. 20, 40, 60, 80. And 8 voters. We can place 2 out. I think we've got to go. Got votes on New York and double vote on New York. Where else has got cities? Winning Texas. Could put 2 in Minnesota. That would get that closer. One away on Illinois, but we'd lose the tiebreak. So let's put 1 in Illinois. Pennsylvania not have an airport. 5 green votes here, so everyone has 5. But I am the last on the tiebreaker. So let's put 1 more. Flip it green. Have 2, 3, 4, 5 voters here. No, we've come out with a good. Oh yeah, we flipped California and Illinois, so that's 70 extra electoral college seats. Really good, obviously. Registering, you've done your registering, so I'm going to place 2 voters. You're going for Alaska. Yeah. You're going for California. you now in California. ME. And was ME? Got a giant glare in my eyes, which makes this incredibly hard. But ME. Okay, Maine. Democrat. New Jersey. I like that one. They were. Two into New Jersey. Oh, that's Rhode Island. This is New. Democrat. New York. Now 5 in New York. Doesn't switch. Rhode Island. Two in Rhode Island. And 2 in South Dakota. Don't know what I'm looking over here. South Dakota is here. Republican have lots of voters, so they're going to come out. 2 in Alabama. They are not winning it. Who did they take that from? Democrats. Okay. Kentucky. Get up to 5. Should have had this anyway, just check. MO, Missouri. They're only winning by 1. They will. Where was it? Literally just looking at it. MO. Yeah, there we go. And MS, Mississippi. They are winning. No, winning down here by 1. And Tennessee and Texas, they definitely want 2 in there. Winning. Tennessee, they are winning it by 5, so they're probably not bothering with 10. They want to be winning it by 5. So just keep hold of some voters. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So replace 10. It was about right. Card. Place a card from your hand face down under this card. At the end of the game, you gain 1 voter and your opponents lose 1 voter in its reference state. It's only a slight swing, I think. Get rid of the other one. Yeah, I must have used it. North Carolina. Washington. Got lots of voters. We only got 4 cards. Oh yeah, we did 2 on our last turn. Okay. Once per turn, you may discard 4 voters to fundraise. That says campaign down in Florida. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd need a flight action. We'd fly and register voters, then campaign down in Florida. 6 voters in Florida would be pretty good. In which case, similarly getting a load of voters, but Texas is ours. Not sure about this card. What were we thinking? This is Michigan. Or go to Kansas. I think we're looking at this one. Oh, that's Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Missouri. No. Again. Needs to be one of these plus this one. Maybe we just do this one. No, it needs to be, because we want to travel and register. Registering is what we're short of. We need to fly, it has to be this one. Got to do this. Go for this one first. Then, spin it around. Collecting a lot of voters over here. For them all. So we're going to spend 80 million, even though it's only 2 icons. They're doubled. To place candidates. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 states, which would actually mean 16 candidates. So we don't have enough at this one. Take the money back and do our travel and fund. Oh no, we would travel and register. Yeah, travel and register. We'll fly down to Georgia. And we will register 11 extra voters. So I'm going to take that money back, 20, 40, 60, 80. Just so I don't forget, but we'll do this one next. Democrats. I'm going to register 3 little voters. They've not had much luck with that. Republicans have filled up to 5, yeah, so they're gonna look at that long list of states. This won't actually physically holding the card would make it easier. You could just work away left to right, putting one in each state, but one in AK, that's Alaska. I think Arkansas. AR, Arizona? Nope. R. Oh, AR would be Arkansas. Except they are ahead by 3, so they won't bother with that one. Arizona. They have 2-4. They're behind, aren't they? They'll stay behind. EE up in Delaware. EE, yeah. Hawaii. North Dakota. Is that mine? Yes, so actually they win that tiebreak. New Hampshire. Only ahead by 1. A bit further than that, don't they? Yeah, 2. Oregon. Rhode Island. They are 6-4, so actually they're ahead by 2. South Dakota. And Virginia. Might have Virginia, do they? No, they do not. Okay. A turn then. How many voters were we looking at for this? 16. Do these voters first then. That's a lot of voters to put out. 2, 4, 6, 8. 15, yeah. That's great for 20, 40, 60, 80. How many are in here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16. Copy this. 2 for each briefcase. Here, which flips. Briefcase and oil. 2 oil here. Three, the Pennsylvania vote is the important one. We have a briefcase here. Also flips. We have an oil here. Ooh, I wish. There's 2 voters again. 2 nice, neat voters. You can see that I'm just completely blocked out now. Could get some nice colour on the hair there. Briefcase town over here. Kansas comes ours. Briefcase up in South Dakota. Ours. Oil in Montana becomes ours. Yeah. That swung a good few votes. You control most states in this region, gain 2 registered voters. I mean, nice, but this stage, not great. Democrats are going to register 9 voters this time. Okay. Republicans throw their card away in disgust because they only get 3 voters. I think we're going to do this campaign. Well, actually, I could save Florida to the end. Just in case we want to go for Georgia instead. Who comes out on top. So yeah, let's go for this fundraise registry action. We'll get 8 voters and 80 million. 2, 4, 6, 8. This is a fantastic card to get early, especially with this, because now we can place 1, 2 voters. And 2 in Ohio would give us the tiebreaker, wouldn't it? Let's go for that. Nice. 2 votes. Actually, no, we want New York back from the Republic. A swing in Ohio is worth more. Actually, no. What am I talking about? Swing in California is almost at the 270 mark. Play immediately following a debate. That's already happened. There are no more debates left to come. Democrats, have they filled up? They have filled up enough. Wow, so this is going to mean 5 votes in those 3 states. Let's check them out. Is 5 voters, yeah, in IN, which ties them up with the Republicans. The Republicans take the tiebreaker. Ohio, they're ahead by 2. They want to be ahead by 4. So glad I didn't go for Ohio. And WV in here. Again, they will tie things up with the Republicans all of a sudden, out from nowhere. But that is 15 voters. That is that wiped out. Republicans are going to get 12 more voters. You're done. Okay, so we can advertise. That does get us a vote in Texas. How are we looking there? Down by a couple. That's the advertisement we want to keep hold. I think. Do we want Minnesota recount? It'd give us up to 4. Oh, yeah, it's really close. What does this win us? Wouldn't take either of those states. We would take Alabama. We've got those 2, so that's not great, but it's also, oh yeah, let's because we could travel and then look at campaigning down here. 1, 2, 3 would be in the right region. Yeah, let's play this as a campaign for 60, 20, 60. Play 6 voters. I think gotta just be 6 voters in Florida. Gonna really campaign down here. Okay. Oh, another campaign for Texas. Okay. Except we wouldn't be in that region. 1, 2, 3. No, we can get to Arkansas. Do both campaigns if need be. Yeah, probably pretty good. And unless this is a direct action, no. Register 6. 1, 2, 3. Republicans, a direct action. So this doesn't even come out of their base. They just put 3 in AR. Oof, except they've already got good control. They only want to be leading by 2, which they are. Florida, bam, straight back in it. KS, Kansas by 2, they're not. Now they're winning. And they've got KY, Kentucky. They're winning that by 3, is what they want. MO, Tanner. They're winning by 3. Okay, that's good. We'll use this. We're going to travel 3 and register 6. 1, 2, 4, 6. Travel 1, 2, 3. And that is 2, what are they called? Support actions. We can get 2 voters. No, we're going into Texas, so that's okay. Let's go for New York. That flips Green Party. Yes, look at this. This is working out okay. 1 more card. Direct action. Okay, here we go. Once again, looks like they're going for Florida. AR. We were just here, yes. 3 Democrats in Arkansas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Republicans can leave in order for a monster-sized Republican. I suppose this is just a Republican in a monster truck. And we need 3 more Democrats. Florida, which annoyingly, not the whole card. Not the whole stack of cards. That is 6 Democrats in Florida. And they will win the tiebreaker. They're also KS and KY. Wait. They've just happened to both draw the same card. KY. S. It stays Republican. I saw you sneak over here out of nowhere. One of mine underneath, isn't there? No. And Montana. No, Missouri. They're winning by... Nope. I hit the wrong one. It's Democrats we're doing. It's just identical cards. So MO. 3 more. There we go. That's confusing. Republicans then. Yes, they have enough voters. So 1 in Alabama. Unless they are winning by 1. More comfortable lead than that. More in Alabama. Arizona. They are losing, but now we are tied, so they take Arizona. Florida. 2, 4, 5, so they will actually also now be head. So we've all got 6 in Florida, but I'm the last on the tiebreaker. Vote, wasn't it? Republicans in Illinois. So they win that tiebreaker. MN. NC. Thank you. Burton in it. Faces are melting. NC, North Carolina. NJ. 2, 4, 6 to 6, but stays Democrat. New York. Seven to 7, but sorry, 8 to 8 even, but it stays mine. Ohio. No, OH. I think that's Ohio. Republicans finally joining in over here. Okay. So, just gonna lean over here for a moment and try and get some vision back in my eyes. I think we might play this card first because the other ones, yeah, this one's potentially useful as an advertisement. How the votes go, but nothing. So we will campaign here, which will be 60 million, 20, 40, 50. We can place 6 voters. Five, 6, bring them over. Let's think. So Louisiana, we would take the tie break with 1 more voter. Texas, we're behind by... Oh no, we're comfortably winning Texas. That's still green? Yeah. Texas I don't care about. We can go for Oklahoma. quite a way behind. Arkansas and LA. Okay. So 4 in Arkansas. Would give us the lead. Ah, I saw you. 1, 2, 3. That could go green. And then we've got 2 left for LA. 1, 2, 3. Take Louisiana as well. That seems reasonably good. Another campaign card for Texas. We're in a good spot here to get. Yeah, Arizona's against us. New Mexico is ours. Okay. Democrats are going to register 9 voters. 3, 6, 9. Republicans are content with how many voters they have. And we'll place 1 in CO, Connecticut. No, CT, Colorado, of course. So. Indeed. IN, isn't it? Should have been red. Fine. KY. Kentucky. Crowded over here. Obviously, the scale of the physical game much better when it comes to these meeples. I probably should have shrunk these smaller, but made a 5 bigger. MA. A are now tied, but green keeps tiebreaker. MI. Missouri getting involved for the first time. New Jersey. They have gone quite heavy for New Jersey. 2, 4, 6, 7 voters now, so they have taken Jersey. I managed to click that. Republican. Yeah. And Pennsylvania. Still holding Pennsylvania. Democrats are getting beaten back pretty heavily. Our turn, which advertisement in Florida. That would win me Florida. We could place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. We have 60 million. We have eight voters. Look at all of these. Okay, so it's 1 in Florida. Just take that. And you've got another oil region here. You've got 2 more up north. Pennsylvania and Virginia. Got 3 in here. And secure Pennsylvania a little bit more. Pennsylvania switched yet? 18,000 votes in it. Got North Dakota, which should have started as ours. We've lost. Montana. Okay. One more in California. We're up by 3. That makes it a little bit more reasonable. Hawaii. I don't think we're going to swing this one late in the game, but okay. We've consolidated a good few spots. Only 2 turns left, actually. So we're going to do basically a fundraise campaign. Probably be this. And then advertise on where we need last votes. The Democrats, they have up to 5 filled, which is perfect. They want 3 in. They want a 4 lead in Arizona. They haven't got it, so they will place 3 votes. They want a 3 lead in Colorado. They don't have 3 in there. Flip column. They want 3 lead in Nevada. Don't have. Three in Oregon. We still win the tiebreak, and they're joining on in Washington up here. I like the stories that it tells with this game as well. Like, what is happening in Washington? Has it ever been this hotly contested? Everyone is coming out, campaigning, advertising. This Washington demographic's getting hit hard, whereas Nevada, everyone's forgotten they've existed except the Green Party until, I mean, this is their penultimate card. This has got to be like the week before the election. They think, actually, yeah, let's advertise. Crowded states. I mean, Florida. How did Florida get neglected? 29 seats. That's Democrats done. They've got 1 left, which means hopefully they won't do anything on the last turn. Republicans. I mean, this is how they end up doing something. They do a direct action. They place 1 in California. Not enough. 1 in Florida. Come on. Is Republican. 1 in Illinois. Is enough. Oh, this is a very good turn for them. Taking the tiebreaker for Illinois. Oh no, they had Illinois anyway. Yeah. New York. That's gone Republican. Pennsylvania isn't quite enough. Texas could still be Republican. No, I have plenty in it. He made it close though. Can I get another vote in Florida? Not with the cards I have. But the only fundraise registry which we've got is this card, and we need both. I'm gonna have to play this. Thus 40, 60, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And gets us 2 voters. We're winning California. We're winning Texas. We are winning Washington. Other cities have we over here? Minnesota, we wouldn't win it. 2 votes. Georgia, we wouldn't win. Illinois is a city. 1 in Illinois. No, we need 2 in Illinois. 20 votes, that's fine. Or we do 2. 1 in New York would win the tie break. 1 in New York, good. Could we sway with 1? Not going to be Maryland, it's not going to be Georgia, not going to be Ohio. Actually, Illinois, what? That's a tree. We haven't got adverts for that. Put 1 in there. Just in case. If we do draw the tree symbol on the card, advertise and win Illinois. For the last card for the Democrats, they're just going to register, so that's fine. Republicans will also just register, so I'm going to ignore those. Our card actually isn't going to matter. We're going to win this just where we want to advertise. Won't spend too long thinking about it. That looks like a lot of states. Let's advertise for this one. 20, 40, 60, 80. Got 11 voters. Let's bring them all up just in case. You are placing in more than 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are not. If you were, you could just choose. So Washington. We were winning the tiebreak anyway. That's 1 in California. Easily ours. 1 here. We were winning that on the tiebreak anyway. That doesn't change anything. I mean, this might have been pointless. This might have been the one that doesn't actually affect anything. Wisconsin does anyway. Down here was ours anyway. Georgia doesn't affect anything. South Carolina doesn't affect anything. Ohio definitely doesn't affect anything. And Rhode Island, we are still 1 vote short. So actually, yeah, that didn't flip anything. If I'd looked at them, there was probably a vote that would have got us, or another card that would have got us votes, but we have come out on top with what looks like 261 electoral college seats. Republicans have only picked up 182, and the Democrats didn't even reach that, 95. So I believe with the American system, the winner actually has to have a majority. I think they have to have at least 270, otherwise it goes into the courts and things like this. But pretty certain if this were a real situation, it looks like it's probably clear enough in our favour. Did we have a card we should have used on that final turn? Yeah, we would have got 5. We would have won Kansas. We'd use this card, and yeah, that would have been 5 votes. Winning that one anyway. Done nothing. That one wouldn't have done anything. And maybe we wouldn't have made it. We advertised for drugs anyway, didn't we? Yes, that doesn't. Yeah, I think the most we could have got was 6 extra votes. That would have tipped us 2-6-7. So we wouldn't have had an outright win. The Democrats and Republicans would have outnumbered us marginally in the House of Representatives. But I'm sure they probably wouldn't have agreed to work together in power. I don't think coalitions are a thing in American government, but yeah. Again, I don't think having 2 AI players was really any much harder than having one. The space on our game board, but on the real version, certainly no problem. And it adds I think a better dynamic. I think if I was playing this solo, I would happily play with 3. Oops. Because it's not just the AI trying to beat you into authority, they're vying against each other. A bit more interesting. Likewise in the debates, it's not just a tug of war, it's this 3-way. Yeah, we did manage to play the game and get a result sooner than anything happening over in America. These votes aren't moving much. Obviously it is now into the very wee hours of their morning. So I expect the count will continue. Just please bear in mind it's only politics. There's been in the news, I mean it might be exaggerated, anything. Media bias is always going to try and play up the story, but at the end of the day, you're all Americans first, Republicans or Democrats second. I think whichever way this goes, worth forgetting. Take care of yourselves and hopefully see you all soon. I'll be back on in a little while for some more games, but I'm going to stop for a spot of lunch. Bye for now.